nrx.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Fight for Life, a pro-life radio show discussing the ministry of First Choice Pregnancy Services here in Las Vegas. I'm Deborah, board member and executive director of First Choice Pregnancy Services.
And I'm Jessica, logistics specialist at First Choice Pregnancy Services.
We are ambassadors for the unborn. Welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to Fight for Life. We are live. And with me today, I'm Ken Wilson, in case you don't know, co-hosting for our fearless leader, Deborah Costello, who is actually on vacation, which is really top secret information, and we weren't supposed to reveal that to everybody, but now the world knows that the reason she's not here is because she's relaxing, which is okay. You know why? Rachel? Why? Because I, too, am on vacation, but I'm still here. Although tomorrow I'm going to Kentucky to go see the Ark Museum.
Oh, such a great place.
How cool is... I've never been before.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm taking the kiddos. It's going to be so great. This largest wooden frame structure in the world.
It's fantastic.
We
enjoyed it very much. Yes.
It's a big boat, and they built it on land, just like Noah did until the floods came. People in Kentucky don't get worried, but anyway, we're so blessed. I get Rachel here today. Rachel, tell the people who you are and how important you are.
Oh, I am not important. However, my name is Rachel Flaggard. I am the Information and Administration Director for First Choice. Deb asked if I could come and sit in and just kind of give you guys an update as to organizationally what's going on with First Choice.
Well, without further ado.
Well, we as an organization have really been praying about just who we are. Foundationally, we know what our mission is and what our ministry is, but as an organization, it's always good to reevaluate what your mission and your vision and your values are. And so we've been able to spend some time over the last, I don't even know, probably 4 or 5 months really digging into those things, like who are we as at the core of our ministry. And so we've actually implemented some new changes there, all good, all amazing. And some of those things are as simple as understanding why we do what we do, right? We want our staff and our volunteers and our donors, we want everybody to rally around that same cause, right? Mm-hmm. Right. Ministry is important, and it is at the core of who we are as an organization. But we are also a nonprofit organization. Right. So, there's this balance that you have to have between ministry and corporatizing yourself, right? Right. So there are things that we have to do as a organization entity, but we don't want to ever detract from the ministry purpose of who we are.
Now, just in case you see that this is what happens when you bring an information and administrative director,
right?
Because you got lost in the details. Bottom line is, you guys are a clinic.
We are.
You're a clinic for women who are in an emergency pregnancy situation.
We are.
I mean, that's what it is. And the other part of it is, you guys are free to the public.
We are. 100%.
That's how a layman just interprets everything that she just
Yes.
But you know what's really cool is they're paid professionals, nurses, doctors and such,
right,
that work at the clinic,
yes,
right? But there are also room for volunteers.
Yes.
And so from time to time, it is obviously very worthwhile to refresh the memories of the folks that are there, what the vision and goal is of the ministry, so that everybody's on the same page, yes, of why we're here.
Yes, absolutely. Because of the nature of what we do, we want ministry-minded people alongside of us, right? We're ministering to very particular people, and our hearts have to be all on the same page, right? And so that's a big part of why we wanted to just get a better picture. I think sometimes, especially organizations that have been around for a really long time, like ours, sometimes we get really focused on our ministry and the day-to-day needs, but we kind of forget the purpose.
We forget the people in the lobby who are really in trouble.
Yeah.
And that's so refreshing to hear, to remind ourselves of why we're here. Because, even as Christians, if you are a Christian out there, the reason we're here is for those who basically don't know. We're here for others.
Yes.
Right? That's why God has placed us on this planet. We're not here for just ourselves.
Correct.
We are here for others. And that's what the ministry of First Choice is about.
Yes.
They're here for others. And the beautiful thing about First Choice is, a lot of gals and families coming into First Choice, they're pregnant. And so now you're not only there for mom and dad, you're there for the child,
right,
as well. And if there's more than one child, then there are 2 or maybe 3. There've been triplets.
Yes, that was amazing.
That's just so cool. So that is flat out awesome. And I imagine your reevaluation process has been going very well.
Yes. Yeah. As a matter of fact, like our long-term goal, like we sat down, we created a core why statement.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about a mission statement, and a mission statement, for those who haven't done this before, is a short-term thing, right? Like, we're looking at where we're going in the next 3 to 5 years. And then we have our ultimate vision of where we want to be and what we want to do as a ministry as a whole long-term, right? And our long-term vision is to multiply, right?
Yes.
We want to multiply.
Yes.
And we want that multiplication. So this is our actual statement. It says, strategically educating and multiplying to create a legacy of life. That's who we want to be as an organization long term.
That's why she gets the big bucks. Okay. That right there. That's it.
That's funny.
Well, and it's been my dream. Obviously, I love First Choice. Wouldn't be sitting here if I didn't love First Choice. But we want to see more. We want to see more First Choice pregnancy centers than there are abortion facilities
Absolutely.
in our state. And how nice would it be if it were completely flipped? There were no abortion facilities, and there were plenty of First Choice pregnancy service places, hospitals, clinics, for the women to get help, to find out listen, we need financial, I need housing, maybe it's adoption, whatever it is,
right.
Whatever it is. And right now, those services are being provided by First Choice Pregnancy Services.
Yes.
And not only that, I like reminding people of this. It's the only place in the state of Nevada, where you may obtain an abortion reversal. Now you say, Kenny, what is an abortion reversal? I talked to the guy, I was talking at work to a guy, and he was like, abortion, what are you talking about? Do you have any? It doesn't make any sense, abortion. Yes, it does.
Yes.
In the age of being able to take poison to kill your children in the form of pills, right? RU486, that's what it's called. It's a 2-step process. So you take the first pill, right? Unfortunately, basically it suffocates the baby in the womb. It's poison, bottom line, right? But guess what happens? You take the first pill. Later, after the baby is probably dead, you take the second pill to expel the poor child that's now, right?
Yes.
But a lot of times the women, families, whatever, said, you know what? What have I done?
Right.
What have I done?
Yeah.
The Holy Spirit intervenes and says, what have you done to my child? You have no one to call. Yes, you do. You have First Choice Pregnancy Services.
That's
you
right.
get on the phone. It's now an emergency call.
Right.
You get on the phone. They rush you to the hospital. Our doctor, I love our doctor, comes in and does everything that she can to save that baby. And so far, if Deborah's trying to remember, you correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Information Specialist. I believe somewhere around 200 children's lives have been saved by abortion reversal, the only place in Nevada
Yes.
where this can be done. Because the other OBGYNs don't want to touch it.
No.
They don't want to touch it. They say, well, no, you've already made your decision. I don't care that your baby's still alive, slowly dying. I'm sorry, we're not doing it.
Right.
And you guys come in
Yep.
like the cavalry
Right.
and save that baby's life. There are
Yes.
a couple of hundred children that are alive today
Right.
that celebrated a birthday because First Choice Pregnancy Services exists.
Right. And, speaking on abortion pill reversal, people don't even realize abortion pills are the leading cause of abortion in the United States, right? They don't realize that these chemical abortions supersedes surgical abortions. A lot of people, when you say abortion pill, they say Plan B. And we say, no, not Plan B.
Right.
Plan B is an abortifacient medication, which means that it creates an inhospitable environment for a fertilized egg to attach, right? That is not what we're talking about. We're talking about women who are pregnant, who know that they are pregnant, who are given medication to
It's poison.
It's poison to end the life of that child. And then what people don't talk about is the fact that these women are delivering these babies in their homes, right? As a person who has gone through, a woman who has gone through a miscarriage, it's traumatic. It's so traumatic to expel your child in your home. So there's an it's even more concerning.
Sure.
Because when it's out of sight, out of mind, there's a piece of that psychologically that isn't there, right? But when you're visibly having to deal with that,
Right.
psychologically, that's long term. That's forever.
There are so many ramifications and repercussions from taking the abortion pill. Now, maybe you're listening today. Maybe you're listening, and that's you. Maybe you're contemplating. Maybe you've already taken, and you said, you know what? I'm not sure I did the right thing. Here's a number for you to call. It doesn't cost you a dime. The number 702-294-CARE. That's 702-294-2273. And you get on the phone. You talk to one of the First Choice lovely receptionists. You say, listen, this is what I've done. It's going to be completely confidential.
Yes.
This is a clinic, so they're obligated by law to keep all of your information, everything you say, private, right?
Yes.
But they're going to immediately address your need. Immediately. No qualifications. No, we don't need welfare check. Well, nothing.
No.
How much money you make? Nothing. They're going to get you in. They're going to take care of you. 702-294-CARE and First Choice Pregnancy Services. And that's what we love. Now, you know what? The other thing I was noticing, and it didn't even click, but for example, here's how pervasive this abortion pill is, right? Since we're talking about it today. Say you live in a pro-life state like Texas. Texas, great pro-life state, very restrictive laws. But guess what? The abortion pill is still available and being distributed in your pro-life state, most likely.
Yes. Yes.
So that still means in predominantly all states in our country, abortion services, although in this case now you're self-poisoning yourself, is occurring.
Correct. Yeah, girls can go online and order these abortion pills in some instances. And the risk of that is if a girl starts an abortion pill procedure and they have an ectopic pregnancy and they do not know, that will end their life. So there is a huge...
I never knew that.
Yes.
I'm learning.
Right. So there is some huge areas of concern, like medically, that these girls don't even recognize the risk involved by not being seen or even knowing that what kind of pregnancy they're having.
Wow.
Yeah.
I cannot even believe that they would have allowed this drug to go on the market knowing that women can take this drug in their home and another way to die from it.
Right. Absolutely.
Because Cytotec itself, the second part, is also taking lives of young girls.
Right.
And I mean, it's amazing how far down we've gone.
I know, right?
Rachel, give us some good news. How many?
Good news.
Do you have? Did we come with stats today? Like how many pregnancy tests and all that stuff?
Oh, I can surely give you those. Yes.
So basically, listen. Here's what happens at First Choice. It's every day that they're open. Every single day, they get young ladies going in. Some of them just, hey, we know what this place is. We need a little help, right? And sometimes they go in thinking that it's the abortion facility. They didn't realize. They thought it was the abortion facility.
Yes.
They go in, and so guess what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter what your motivation was in going into First Choice. You're still going to be loved from the moment you cross the threshold of the door. You will be loved and cared for, and won't be charged a cent. And you're going to be ministered to. And so a lot of these, you're going to hear like this past week, how many clients that they've served, and how many young ladies have been loved just from this week.
Yes. So for the week of 7/18 to 7/24, we did 39 ultrasounds and 74 pregnancy tests.
See there? And that's how much. And how much money did you rake from these women?
$0.
$0. You expect the public to believe that you did all of that for nothing.
We did all of that for nothing.
Well, for love, really.
That's right. That's right. You know, we this ministry is only able to exist because of people who willingly give to our ministry for us to be able to perform these things and do these tests and give these options to women. And, you know, when we say we are not for profit, we are not for profit.
We are not for profit. But that's not why we're here. We're not here to make money. Although, to be honest with you, we need more clinics.
Yes.
So that boils down to you guys. For example, if you want to participate in saving the lives and being a blessing to our community. Listen, babies are a blessing. How many times have you put a baby in your arms that didn't belong to you, and you're trying to negotiate this baby, right? If for those of you on Facebook who are looking and trying to see, right? And you're negotiating, and you say, "Oh, this is just terrible." You never have that experience. Every single baby is a blessing.
Yes.
And so First Choice is trying to extend that blessing to the women in our community. And so, therefore, we need more we need more First Choice Pregnancy Service Centers in Las Vegas, throughout Nevada. Throughout Nevada is what we need.
Yes.
And ultimately throughout the United States. And also, you guys have an avenue for you to be able to contribute as well. So everything from the $10 a month donor to the corporate guy who now is trying to figure out what to do with their philanthropic giving throughout the year. First Choice Pregnancy Services, the most value for your dollar is right there, because you're getting 2, sometimes 3 for 1 for your investment.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had a lot of multiples here lately.
It's just amazing. So if you were if that's you, for example, you say, you know what, yes, Kenny, I sit on the board, and we're looking for great organizations to support in our city and our state. First Choice Pregnancy Services is one of those.
Yes.
Is absolutely one of those. Should be on top of your list, right? And so you give them a call, 702-294-2273. That's 702-294-2273. And say, you know what? Okay, get us more information so that I can present it to our board and see if we can make First Choice part of our quarterly or annual giving from our corporation, because we want to support you and we love life. And listen to this. Listen, if you do that, be prepared for a blessing on your business.
Absolutely.
Be prepared. Be prepared for that. Because the Lord is going to reward you and your corporation for being a blessing to others and into the community. If you don't think the Lord cares about these babies, you and moms and families, listen, He does. He loves. That's why these folks exist. That's why they're clarifying their mission statement. That's why they're refreshing what their motivation is, and so that everybody's on the same page. It's a ministry you can't help but love.
Oh, I agree, 100%.
And now you guys are cresting how many birthdays now? From you coming up on your 20th anniversary. Coming up.
We are.
45,000 babies
In 20 years. It's amazing.
Think of that. There are towns that aren't even nowhere any close to 45,000, right? Of population.
Right.
45,000 plus the impact that they don't even know about from the women that have come and gone, and they, you don't know.
Right, exactly.
Right? And so just amazing. How could you not want to be a part of this ministry?
Right.
How could you not?
How could you not? I love Deb, her enthusiasm, and when she goes and talks to people about First Choice and just what we do and who we are. It's hard to not just, rally around her and want to be a part of a cause. But ultimately, at the end of all of it, her heart asks the question regularly, and she often asks this in our meetings, like, what would that baby say when put in the middle of this opportunity, when that transducer is on that mother's tummy? What would that baby be saying to that mother to say, hey, I'm valuable, like, save my life?
Yeah.
And as the people who get to be the voice for that voiceless child, that's where we get to step in and say, we're going to do everything we can to help this baby survive and to live.
What the other thing that you guys have started doing that I love, that I think is just crazy love. Listen to this. When you get your free sonogram, this is ultra 4D sonogram. So I bet you get pictures, motion, whole thing, right? What they do is they take a recording of the heartbeat of that baby. And they put it in this, is it a little heart shape?
It's these little hearts that, they put in stuffed animals, where you can squeeze a stuffed animal and you can hear the sounds that you record on them. So those are what they are.
And they put it, they record it, and then they give it to the mom.
Yes.
And so you press it and you can hear your baby's heartbeat anytime you want.
Yeah.
Anytime. How cool is that? Free. They just give it to you free. Here's your little baby's heartbeat. Take that with you.
Yes, God uses everything
so cool.
God uses everything to convict and encourage people, right?
Yeah.
And if we can give a memento to somebody to take home, I just think about some of these girls who are still on the fence, who are really struggling, and they feel in that moment like oftentimes they just feel like there's some of these girls who don't really want to do this, but they feel like they don't have a choice, right? They feel like the circumstances of life are so overwhelming to them. The thought of bringing a baby into that they can't even comprehend, right? And that's where we have to step in and try to encourage them with resources, and to encourage them that, your baby's life is valuable. And so I think about those girls in particular, right? Like, these are the girls who are probably laying in their bed at night looking at, pulling out. I could just picture them pulling out these sonogram pictures, or pushing the button on that little heart.
Right.
And God using that to really just deeply root into them this bond between them and their baby.
Oh man, listen. If maybe that's you today, and maybe you're pregnant and everything's going fine, but you still want someone to talk to, free of charge. You just give First Choice Pregnancy Services a call and go down and see these wonderful ladies. They'll take you into these beautiful little rooms where you just sit down and talk.
Yeah.
Right. Find out what the problem is. See how they can help. Here's the number: 702-294-CARE. That's 702-294-2273. And say, and go down. You don't even need an appointment. Just go.
Yes, we take walk-ins.
Just go. Now, what hospital have you ever heard that you can't have an appointment? Right? They don't take. What do you mean you don't have an appointment? Go back and come in 2 weeks after you make an appointment. No, First Choice, walk right in. Just walk right in. And the rest of you are looking like, well, maybe we can invest. Maybe it's something we want to support. Go take a tour. Now, there would be nice if you called and say, hey, listen, I'd like, because listen, it's a hospital, right?
Yes.
It's a clinic,
yes.
So they can make room for you or maybe schedule, because sometimes there's peak hours, and it's really, really busy, and maybe there's some great times for you to be able to come. Just call and ask them, say, listen, we'd love to tour the facility. We're thinking about investing. We're thinking about donating. We're thinking about volunteering. And we want more information about about what you do. I've never heard anything I've never heard anything. Who ever heard of something like this?
Right.
Right.
And speaking of volunteering, this is the greatest time to mention. We are going to be having volunteer informational meetings on the third Thursday and first Saturdays of every month, to just have open door for people to come in, to just see who we are. to get a feel for what options we have for volunteering. And not that no pressure to sign up or anything,
Right.
but come and just check us out.
There's your free tour. There's your free tour.
Yes, we do.
Third
do
Thursday
tours.
and first Saturday.
Yes. So info at fcpschampions.org is the email address.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're interested in coming, we would love to have you. Just show up. They will be on Thursday evenings at 6 p.m. And Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. So first Saturday of the month, I should say. First Saturday.
Third-
You show up on any other Saturday, you're not going to get it.
Right.
Sorry.
Third Thursday, first Saturday. And that, Rachel, that's the end of the show. It's over. Can you believe it? We started, it's over, and now we're done.
That's crazy. That went fast.
We love you. God bless you. God bless everyone.
Thanks for joining your ambassadors for the unborn on the Fight for Life radio today and every Thursday on KKVV 1060 AM, the best news radio, the gospel airship.
If you'd like to support the cause of saving unborn babies, or if you have a question you'd like us to answer on the air, go to fcpsfriends.org